Hey everyone, welcome back to Tips and Streams. I'm your host, Kokon, and today we're stepping up to the plate with some MLB predictions that'll have you hitting home runs with your bets. We've crunched the numbers, analyzed the matchups, and found the best picks for you. Don't miss out on the action. Subscribe, like, and repost to stay in the know. Let's get those wins. And remember, it's all about the love of the game. Now, let's play ball. Today we have predictions for 3 MLB games. The first prediction for today is for a game between the Colorado Rockies and Cincinnati Reds. As we anticipate the upcoming MLB showdown between the Colorado Rockies and the Cincinnati Reds at Great American Ballpark, excitement is in the air. This midday clash features 2 teams with contrasting fortunes and dynamics, promising an intriguing contest. Let's dive into the comprehensive analysis to predict the total run margin, ensuring our prediction is both engaging and rich in baseball jargon. The Colorado Rockies enter this game with a record of 33-60, indicating a challenging season. Despite their recent 6-5 victory that snapped a small losing streak, they've struggled overall. Colorado's offense, averaging 4.12 runs per game, ranks 22nd in the league, while their pitching staff is at the bottom, allowing 5.87 runs per game. Ryan McMahon has been a bright spot with 14 home runs and 45 RBIs, but the overall performance has been lackluster. Austin Gomber, with a 2-5 record and a 4.47 ERA, will take the mound for the Rockies. His recent start against the Kansas City Royals was promising, going 7 innings with just 1 run allowed. On the other side, the Cincinnati Reds hold a 44-49 record, showing more promise this season. Their offense, averaging 4.35 runs per game, ranks 16th in the league, while their pitching is much stronger, allowing 4.06 runs per game, ranking 10th. Elly De La Cruz leads the team with 15 home runs and 40 RBIs, providing a consistent offensive threat. Hunter Green, with a 5.4 record and a 3.34 ERA, will start for the Reds. His last outing against the Detroit Tigers was stellar, pitching 7 innings of shutout ball. Analyzing home versus away stats, the Rockies have struggled on the road, while the Reds have been solid at home. Historical performance in Cincinnati also favors the Reds, who have won 7 of their last 8 games against the Rockies at Great American Ballpark. The Rockies' pitching staff, with the worst ERA in the league, faces a tough challenge against a Reds lineup that can capitalize on their weaknesses. Injury reports could also play a significant role in this game. Jonathan India is questionable for the Reds, potentially affecting their offensive output. The Rockies, meanwhile, have had to cope with a generally underperforming pitching staff, with Gomber being one of the few consistent performers in recent games. The pitching matchup is critical. Gomber has shown flashes of brilliance but remains inconsistent, while Green has been more reliable, especially in recent outings. Green's ability to strike out batters and maintain low ERA and WHIP suggests he can stifle the Rockies' offense, which has been inconsistent at best. Bullpen strength is another key factor. The Reds' bullpen, with a 3.54 ERA, has been more effective than the Rockies, which has struggled significantly. In close games, this could be the deciding factor, especially in the later innings when bullpens are called upon to hold leads or keep the score close. When comparing batting lineups, the Reds have a slight edge in overall performance. Their .227 batting average may not be impressive, but timely hitting and the ability to draw walks have helped them generate runs. The Rockies, with a .244 batting average, have also struggled to string together hits and drive in runs consistently. Defensively, the Reds have been more solid, with fewer errors and better fielding percentages. This could limit the Rockies' scoring opportunities, particularly if they struggle to get runners on base and advance them into scoring positions. Environmental factors also come into play. Great American Ballpark is known for being hitter-friendly, but both teams have shown a tendency to struggle offensively in day games. The weather forecast predicts mild conditions, which should not significantly impact gameplay. Runs are going to be hard to come by in this game. Gomber gave up only 1 run in his last start, and the Reds' bats are going to be ice cold here. Green is going to follow up his start in the last game of 7 innings of shutout ball with another strong start. The Rockies and Reds are both going to struggle to get the offense going here, and this game is going to end up staying under the total. Given all these factors, the prediction leans towards a low-scoring game. Both starting pitchers are capable of strong performances, and the bullpens, particularly Cincinnati's, should hold up well. Historical trends also suggest that day games at Great American Ballpark tend to be lower scoring. In conclusion, the analysis points towards a total run margin under 9. With Gomber and Green on the mound, both capable of limiting the opposition's scoring, and considering the recent form and statistical matchups, a low-scoring affair seems likely. I'm going to place my bet on the Colorado Rockies and Cincinnati Reds under 9. The second prediction for today is for a game between the Washington Nationals and New York Mets. The Washington Nationals, with a 42-51 record, are set to clash with the New York Mets, who hold a 46-45 record, at Citi Field. This game is crucial for both teams, as the Mets are just a game away from a wild-card spot, while the Nationals are grappling to find stability. The Nationals are currently in a slump, losing their last 4 games and 7 out of their last 10. Their offense has been underwhelming, averaging 4.19 runs per game, ranking 19th in the league. The pitching staff has also been shaky, surrendering 4.47 runs per game. On the other hand, the Mets have won 4 of their last 5 games, with an average of 4.81 runs per game, placing them 8th in the league. However, their pitching has been problematic, giving up 4.81 runs per game, ranking 24th. In their most recent matchup, the Mets triumphed over the Nationals 6-2, with Brandon Nimmo and Francisco Lindor leading the charge. The Mets have been formidable at home, winning 7 straight games against National League opponents. They have also covered the run line in their last 4 home games against NL teams. Meanwhile, the Nationals have struggled on the road, losing 7 of their last 8 road games and failing to cover the run line in their last 5 road games against National League opponents. Starting on the mound for the Nationals will be Mackenzie Gore, who has a 6-7 record with a 3.83 ERA and 112 strikeouts this season. Gore has allowed 11 hits and 6 runs in his last 9 innings. He has a 3.31 ERA and a .230 allowed batting average in 32.2 road innings. Gore is 1-2 with a 3.96 ERA and 25 strikeouts in his career against the Mets. The Nationals will need a strong performance from Gore to stand a chance. For the Mets, David Peterson will get the start. Peterson has been solid this season, posting a 3-0 record with a 3.58 ERA and 27 strikeouts. He has allowed 12 hits and 4 runs in his last 10.2 innings. At home, Peterson has a 4.40 ERA and a .305 allowed batting average in 14.1 innings. Against the Nationals, he holds a 4-1 record with a 3.44 ERA and 31 strikeouts in his career. The Mets have several key players performing well. Francisco Lindor leads the team with 93 hits and 48 RBI, while Pete Alonso and Brandon Nimmo have combined for 165 hits and 107 RBI. Nimmo has been particularly hot, hitting a home run in each of the Mets' last 3 games against teams with losing records. On the other hand, C.J. Abrams leads the Nationals with 92 hits and 46 RBI, but he needs more support from teammates like Luis Garcia Jr. and Jesse Winker. Comparing team stats, the Mets rank 4th in the league for doubles, 168, but are tied for 26th in triples, 9. The Nationals rank 27th in slugging percentage, .368, and are also tied for 26th in triples, 9. The Mets are hitting .248 this season, which is 10th best in the league, and have scored the 10th most runs. They have secured the 4th most home runs, but have struggled at home with a .229 batting average. Against the Nationals, the Mets are hitting .269, and they perform well against left-handed pitchers with a .264 average. Environmental factors such as the dimensions of Citi Field and the expected weather conditions can also play a role. Citi Field is known for being a pitcher-friendly park, which could benefit Peterson and the Mets bullpen. In terms of injuries, the Nationals' pitching staff has been inconsistent, with Gore struggling in his last few outings. The Mets have been relatively healthier and have shown resilience in their recent games. Taking all these factors into account, the Mets have the edge in this matchup. Their recent form, home advantage, and stronger offensive lineup make them favorites to win. Additionally, Peterson's solid performances and the Nationals' struggles on the road further tilt the balance in favor of the Mets. In summary, I'm going to bet on the New York Mets at minus 1.5. The Mets are likely to cover the run line given their recent performances and the Nationals' road struggles. Expect the Mets to pull away early and cruise to victory, maintaining their push for a playoff spot. The third prediction for today is for a game between the Pittsburgh Pirates and Milwaukee Brewers. Stepping up to the plate, we're diving into an intriguing showdown between the Milwaukee Brewers and the Pittsburgh Pirates at American Family Field. This divisional clash carries significant weight for both teams and promises to be a thrilling encounter. The Milwaukee Brewers, boasting a 54-39 record, have been a powerhouse in the National League Central. Despite a recent hiccup, losing 4 of their last 6 games, they bounced back with a dominant 9-0 win over the Pirates in Game 2 of the series. Milwaukee's pitching staff has been solid, maintaining a 3.81 ERA, a 1.25 WHIP, and limiting opponents to a .239 batting average. Offensively, they've been productive, scoring 450 runs with a .257 batting average and a .334 on-base percentage. Key players like Willie Adams, batting .240 with 14 home runs and 62 RBIs, have been crucial to their success. On the other hand, the Pittsburgh Pirates come into this game with a 44-48 record, striving to stay competitive in the NL Central. They've hit a rough patch recently, losing 3 of their last 5 games. The Pirates' pitching staff has posted a 3.94 ERA, a 1.29 WHIP, and a .248 opponent batting average. Offensively, they've struggled, scoring 382 runs with a .230 batting average and a .298 on-base percentage. Bryan Reynolds, hitting .280 with 17 home runs and 56 RBIs, has been a standout performer for Pittsburgh. Milwaukee is set to start Aaron Civale, who has had a tough season with a 2.6 record, a 5.18 ERA, and a 1.39 WHIP over 92 innings pitched. In his first start for the Brewers, Civale gave up 4 earned runs and 5 hits over 5 innings against the Dodgers. Meanwhile, the Pirates will counter with Paul Skeens, a promising rookie with a 5-0 record, a 2.12 ERA, and a 1.01 WHIP over 59.1 innings. Skeens has allowed 2 earned runs or fewer in 5 consecutive starts and has struck out at least 7 batters in each of those games. While Skeens gives the Pirates a clear pitching edge, the Brewers' impressive 28-14 home record and their resilience after losses make them a strong contender. Milwaukee's bullpen, ranking 5th in ERA, enhances their defensive strength. Offensively, the Brewers are robust, ranking 5th in batting average, 2nd in OBP, and 9th in runs per game. Their OPS at home rises to .754, highlighting their comfort and effectiveness in their ballpark. Historically, the Brewers have been resilient against the Pirates, winning 5 of their last 6 games as home underdogs. Additionally, Milwaukee has covered the run line in 19 of their last 21 games as underdogs against NL Central opponents. In contrast, the Pirates have struggled to cover the run line in 7 of their last 8 games as road favorites against NL Central opponents following a loss. Key players like Christian Yelich, who has homered in each of the Brewers' last 3-day games, along with Willie Adames and Rhys Hopkins, have been pivotal in Milwaukee's offense. Bryan Reynolds remains a consistent force for the Pirates, but needs more support from his teammates to drive in runs. Taking into account home field advantage and recent form, Milwaukee appears to have the upper hand. Despite Civale's struggles, the Brewers' overall performance, both offensively and defensively, gives them a solid chance to secure a win. Given the statistical analysis, Milwaukee's home efficiency, and their recent performances, betting on the Brewers to win is a valuable opportunity. The Pirates' inconsistent offense and heavy reliance on Skeens may not be enough to overcome Milwaukee's balanced and potent lineup. Therefore, my money is on the Milwaukee Brewers to come out on top.